go for.
Robert Duvall. A lifetime of quiet strength and unforgettable performances. Today we're taking a moment to remember Robert Duvall, one of the most respected and versatile actors in American film history. He passed away peacefully on February 15, 2026, at his home in Middleburg, Virginia, at the age of 95. Surrounded by love, particularly from his wife Luciana, he left behind a legacy built on decades of dedicated work that brought depth and humanity to every role he touched. Robert Seldon Duvall was born on January 5, 1931 in San Diego, California. He came from a military family. His father was Rear Admiral William Howard Duvall of the U.S. Navy, and his mother, Mildred Virginia Hart, was an amateur actress with a creative spark. As a Navy brat, Robert moved around a lot during his childhood, spending much of his early years in Annapolis, Maryland, near the Naval Academy where his dad was stationed. He was the middle of three boys, with an older brother William Jr. and a younger one John, who later became a lawyer in entertainment. Growing up in that environment, Robert was expected by his father to follow in the family footsteps and attend the Naval Academy. But even as a teen, he had other interests. He was athletic, played sports, and showed an early curiosity about performance and storytelling, perhaps influenced by his mom's love of acting. After high school, he went to Principia College in Illinois, where he earned a bachelor's degree in drama in 1953. Instead of the Navy, he chose the Army and served a couple of years, including time around the Korean War era, leaving as a private first class. Those experiences gave him a grounded sense of discipline and real-world toughness that would show up in so many of his characters later on. After the service, Robert headed to New York to seriously pursue acting. He studied at the neighborhood playhouse under the famous teacher Sanford Meisner, where he became good friends with other up-and-comers like Dustin Hoffman and Gene Hackman. They shared apartments, struggled together as young actors, and even got into some bar fights and practical jokes, classic starving artist stories. He started on stage, doing off-Broadway and Broadway work, and picked up small TV roles in shows like The Twilight Zone and Naked City.
Miniature. Starring Robert Duvall, he plays a caretaker at a museum that apparently finds that a dollhouse comes to life sometime around the stroke of midnight. He falls in love with the doll set in there, and basically believes that it's alive. Of course, as you might as well guess, he tells everybody and no one believes him, and thinks he's greatly insane.
His big break came in 1962 with To Kill a Mockingbird, where he played the reclusive Boo Radley, a quiet, mysterious man who rarely speaks out, but leaves a huge impression. That role showed his gift for subtlety and making even small parts memorable. From there, his career took off. He appeared in films like Bullet, True Grit, and MASH, often playing tough, no-nonsense guys with hidden layers.
Well, Rooster, I'm shot to pieces.
Hooray for the man from Texas!
The 1970s brought his most iconic work. In 1972, he became Tom Hagen, the calm, loyal right-hand man in The Godfather, and its sequel, earning an Oscar nomination for the first one.
Manoj! Hey, 100 button men on the street 24 hours a day. That Turk shows one hair on his ass, he's dead. Believe me.
What'd he say?
What did he say? Bada beep, bada bap, bada boop.
Then came Apocalypse Now in 1979, where his Lieutenant Colonel Kilgore delivered that unforgettable line about loving the smell of napalm in the morning while surfing amid a helicopter attack. It was wild, intense, and perfectly captured the absurdity of war. He got another Oscar nod for that.
Big Duke 6. God damn it! I'm on the tree line bomb!
Big Duke 6, Roger, 013, stand by.
Move into the Stone Age, son! Hey, son, now, Matt, go! All right, now, let me take care of this. All right? Get that out of here! Sorry. Come here now. All right. You better know, man. Sorry. Jimmy!
112, 013, Roger. They need some napalm down in the tree line. Can you get twisted around time to put it down here? Right, 13, you will fix it.
Plus praise for roles in The Great Santini as a hard-working Marine dad.
Hey! Gotcha!
In 1983, he finally won the Best Actor Oscar for Tender Mercies, playing a broken-down country singer trying to rebuild his life. He even did his own singing and wrote some of the songs.
Hey, mister. Were you really Max Sledge?
Yes, ma'am, I guess I was.
Duvall kept going strong for decades. He starred in and sometimes directed projects like The Apostle in 1997, where he played a flawed preacher seeking redemption.
To a small...
He earned more Oscar nominations for A Civil Action and The Judge.
They'll say the truth.
The truth? I thought we were talking about a court of law. Come on, you've been around long enough to know that the courtroom isn't a place to look for the truth. We're lucky to find anything here that in any way resembles.
On TV, he's shown in Lonesome Dove as the wise cowboy, Augustus McCrae, a role he often called one of his favorites.
Oh, I thought as long as we're in town, we'd have us a meal and talk some philosophy.
I don't know of philosophy. Now let's go. I don't like being away from the herds, most of these boys in town.
What I like about the man, he's a philosopher.
Oh, yeah. I hired him to give you somebody to talk to. That'll free the rest of us up, maybe we'll get a little work done.
I like a shot of whiskey, and so would my companion. It ain't too much trouble. Howdy, boy, you got a good game going there?
Who the hell's that?
You got mud in your ears or what?
Rye, or what'll it be, old timer?
Rye will do, provided it gets here quick.
Over 90 films, countless awards, including 4 Golden Globes, a BAFTA, Emmys, and a Screen Actors Guild honor, his work showed incredible range, from cowboys and cops to soldiers, lawyers, and everyday folks facing hard times.
To present the award for Best Actor in a Leading Role, here is a singer-actress who was a songwriting nominee for 9 to 5, and a former nominee for leading actor, as well as for the writing of the film Rocky, Dolly Parton and Sylvester Stallone.
An actor in a leading role, those words only begin to describe the range and the depth of performances nominated this year.
And the nominees are, for his role as a university professor who meets the teaching challenge of a lifetime in educating Rita, Michael Caine. Well, I was as close as I could get it.
For his portrayal of a poet with a good deal more than poetry on his mind in Reuben Reuben, Tom Conti.
Yes. And in the title role of a man dedicated to keeping the traditions of British theater alive in The Dresser, Tom Courtenay.
As the country singer who finds new songs to sing and new people to love, when his life takes a turn for the better.
This should have been mine.
I know, in tender mercy, you are Southern. Robert Duvall.
Yeah! And as the roaring eccentric sir who leads his troupe of Shakespearean actors around wartime England in the dresser, Albert Finney.
And the winner is...
Ha-ha! Oh, yeah! Robert Duvall!
Thank you very much. I'm very excited, very happy, very moved, very everything tonight to be up here, to be singled out from among all these very talented people. I sometimes come to the Academy Awards and watch them year after year, and I get caught up in the spectacle of it, in the event, in the very complex type of entertainment. And I guess I forget that what we're really here for is to single out who we think is the best for that given year, and if that's what I'm to be this year, then I appreciate it I accept it with an honor, and I'm very moved because of that. I think we set out to make a film, a very truthful film, a very good film. I think Bruce Beresford, Horton Foote, the Hobels, EMI should all be commended for a very wonderful job that they did in putting this film together. I think it's a valid film, valid enough that we have gotten very much applause of a certain kind from certain members of the country western community, such as my friend Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, and this is certainly a very high level of criticism coming from those people. And if I didn't have that on one hand, I would feel that this, on the other hand, was not complete. But the combination of both tonight makes this a very complete and exciting evening for me tonight. And I want to thank the Academy very much for this award.
On a personal level, Robert was married 4 times. His first was to Barbara Benjamin from 1964 to 1975. She had 2 daughters from before, so he helped raise stepdaughters. Then came Gail Young, 1982 to 1986. Dancer Sharon Brothy, 1991 to 1995. And finally, Luciana Pedraza, an Argentine actress and director he met in the late 90s. They married in 2005 and spent their years together on a big horse farm in Virginia, where they raised animals and tangoed. They even made a documentary about it and lived a quieter life away from the spotlight. Robert never had biological children. He once joked about it, lightheartedly saying it never worked out, but he found fulfillment in his work, his friendships, and his long marriage to Luciana. In his later years, even as he slowed down, Robert stayed true to himself, independent, thoughtful, and committed to authenticity in acting. He lived on that peaceful Virginia farm, enjoying the simple things until the end. Robert Duvall's legacy is one of quiet power. He didn't chase the spotlight, he earned it by making every character feel real and human, whether they were heroes, villains, or just ordinary people trying their best. He brought compassion to tough roles and reminded us that strength often comes with vulnerability. Hollywood lost a giant, but his performances will keep teaching and moving people for generations. So what's your favorite Robert Duvall role or moment? Please share that in the comments. Thanks for watching, and rest in peace, Mr. Duvall.